we ended up... Good morning, Internet. In the last video, we ended up tackling the adversary ending for Slay the Princess. Today, I've decided to tackle a couple more of the Slay endings. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the slaying.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm hoping to get a little bit more than just the princess of MMA. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I'm a lot more evil than you may think.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I hardly knew any of this until I showed up here. Do you have evidence to back that up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I'm very tempted to make this the end of my journey, but... Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
But you're the one who made the rule that I'm the only one who can pull this off. Therefore, you do make the rules, but you say you don't make the rules. Also, I'm pretty sure the last time you made the rules. Still never got my reward from the last time I did this.
You'll have to slay her before you get it.
Especially since I ended up slaying her for all eternity.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You're just an arbitrary hero. Hashtag not my hero.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't want to do this right. I want to do this fisticuffs.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Suddenly she doesn't sound so threatening.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
I'm just as lonely. What's your name?
Oh,
She
Is
pauses,
it Princess?
carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Is this like adventure time? Are you Dungeon Princess?
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Yes, your Royal Highness.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both?
Princess.
Could you imagine being named Princess?
Yes. I was sent here to slay you. Apparently, you're supposed to end the world. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel
Would
right.
everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
Just how long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here, though?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right?
It matters.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Yeah, says the tyrannical dictator.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
We're having a conversation because I like to talk to princesses.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Yes, but their lives are what I'm talking about.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
I believe you could end a lot of things if you really wanted to.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Yes, but I can't stab the narrator.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
You say subjugating monarch a lot. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, You're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
I mean, I haven't seen a Bowser, so, or a Ganondorf, and so, I don't see you as being the trapped because I love them kind of thing.
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
How about I kidnap you?
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
We'll be hostages together.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
No! She'll be down here, and I'll come down here or stay down here, so that way
I'm the only one who
she's
liked
never
that
alone
time.
again.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I'm going to lock you in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Everyone wins, though. The princess doesn't escape. I get a waifu that isn't a pillow.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
I have free will. I can do whatever I want.
Turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
I'm not leaving you behind. I'm right here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
Nope, sticking to the plan, locking her away.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work.
She's down there. She'll stay
You
down
settle
there.
in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
I have this theory you're gonna get out one way or another.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
So all of this was an act. So all of this was an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I'm innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
I didn't tease.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
I was straightforward. You are my living waifu.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin.
She has escaped.
The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken.
That's not a jar, that's a
Shut out
door.
of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
I don't like how your eyes are.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Don't pick my organs out of my stomach.
She steps closer,
Ugh.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
You've got some really big fish eyes, lady.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
And a very doll-like mouth.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I think I'd have a heart attack too, looking at that
I'd
face.
say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
You look like if Van Gogh had a fisheye lens for eyes.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Take me.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Take me again. I died. What am I doing
I
here?
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh! What if he hears us?
Ah, yes, the voice of the paranoid. Finally! I have a reason for all the voices in my head.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit! I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
I'm just gonna proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
She didn't have to do any of that to come back and slay me.
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Exactly! The hero knows where I'm coming from.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
I like this guy. He sounds like he believes in aliens.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
You didn't say anything about the mirror.
I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there.
I didn't even notice the eyes watching us.
What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
There is.
We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
It's... What? I just want to look at how good
We shouldn't waste time
am.
preening. But if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? Maybe he's trying to keep us from looking because there's something horribly wrong with us. No, there isn't something horribly wrong with you. You look exactly how you're supposed to look. Now stop second-guessing my every word.
From the last time we got a chance to actually look at ourselves in the mirror, I'm pretty sure there is a lot wrong with us.
Walk up to the
mirror.
wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
The wall
This
casts
really isn't
mirror
funny.
shield.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
This tells me
I
there's
hope you know
something
how
very wrong
ridiculous
with
you
us.
look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I won't let you kill me this
Good.
time.
Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
The hero sounds more scared than the paranoid.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
That's a lot of eyes.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
This is the only time I might agree with that sentiment.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
That sounds like a voice that tells me I'm glad I have the knife.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator thinks I can do it. I don't know why y'all are being such pessimists right now.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist. I'm just asking questions. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
I can't be the only one that gets this eerie feeling that whenever they enter a basement, this is what your brain projects.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
For a second there, I thought that was going to be the voice of the hero.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I'm going right, because right is always right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs
Dollface.
suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Nerves. What are you doing? I'm working! Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
The voice of the paranoid is
You have seconds
so
left.
far like my favorite
Yes, I'm
one
sure.
so far because he's just manually causing his body to do everything.
Liver. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
He's switched us into
Can't decide what you
manual
wanna do,
overdrive.
can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
I don't think she can
Your
physically
weapon
do
is still
anything.
in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
She's a spoopy ghosty.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down
I
situation?
am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me. I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
I'm sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
I know. You told me last time. Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it.
To death.
I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good.
You don't scare me. Batman says we don't have to be afraid of people like you. How about I just kill you instead?
Princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably. And you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear.
You can't kill me. I'm too paranoid.
Thinking about that knife, are we? Put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens. Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here.
I still want to stab you in the face.
This place is mine. And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
What are you, Ed's parents from Ed and Eddie? You took away the stairs because I'm grounded. Come on, where's the knife button? Slay the princess.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
I don't know how. She seems incorporeal.
We actually did it.
You actually went for it! Oh, you're going to regret this? I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Then bring it.
Can she? We've already seen how she can change heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She falls to the ground, unmoving. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she?
She took away the stairs.
Now she's
We're grounded.
dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end. Eventually, right? No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick.
True friends, forever and ever.
Doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands. Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care? I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours.
Every life is
Especially yours.
sacred.
Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
Definitely my answer. But I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys! What else do I need?
Oh, you could do a lot better than us. Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time.
Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't.
Cool.
Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
I get it. You don't want us to die because you'd be lonely. How sweet.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely. Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or die of dehydration before anything happens?
That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
No. I'm gonna wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
I'm gonna wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
Waiting.
More time passes. You're still here.
Wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
I'm gonna keep on waiting and hope something happens.
More time passes. You're still here. More time passes. You're still here. More time passes. You're still here.
Nope, too late. I'm bored.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
You know what? Boredom came and boredom went. Throw the blade into the void.
No, what are you doing? You tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. There's no way out now. You mean other than starving? Right, I mean other than that. Again? That's unfortunate. You were
I
only supposed to
believe
be here
in
once.
reincarnation.
I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt
So
her?
you know about the reincarnation.
Just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now?
No. You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in, and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling. The only things you know for certain are that it's long, and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words.
Come up with the words.
You really shouldn't have tossed the blade. No, you really shouldn't have. But biology and time are immutable forces, and eventually, long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark, and you die. Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there.
Wait a minute, there's a third chapter now?
You're on a path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it?
No, it do not.
It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does.
Voice of the cold.
No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world.
Or the threat she poses
Then
to
let me
myself.
remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way.
I
If she
want to help
gets
her
out,
leave.
the world ends and everyone ends with it. Yourself included. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying?
We've already done it twice. He's not
All
wrong.
death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again.
We're going on 2
This place
deaths.
feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
We're not going to Grandma's house anymore.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence?
But
I
if
really
she's
shouldn't have said
died
that. It'll make your task
twice,
more
then
difficult.
her influence has already been
But
spread.
now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us.
It was going to spread
and
if
do
I
your
saved
job,
her or not.
alright? Great. Let's just hurry.
Let's see. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good. I
More
haven't
fun.
met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
So what you're telling me is every time we die, we fall into another universe of infinite universes. Meanwhile, you know me, but you also don't know me, but you also have secrets. Tell me your secrets.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
I don't know. I don't think I'm seeing as clearly as you might think. I'm gonna keep trying to stab her, but that's just because I'm going in a very stabbery direction. We've killed her, and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. Might as well do it now. No, where's the fun about that? What happens if I don't go to the cabin?
Then she finds a way out on her own. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right?
Better for me.
No, it's strictly worse. And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Proceed to the cabin, because I am not even going to think about letting her out.
Continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense.
To me, none of this makes any sense. Because death into new universe...
Maybe letting her out really is the answer.
And you might be right.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
It sounds to me somebody cracked a while ago. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or are you just giving
There's
up?
obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice.
I love my
It seems like
clowns.
the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Stabbery.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
There's no door. Just a mirror.
The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time? I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
We will go in fighting like the princess of MMA. Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of the hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there behind
If
it?
you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again? He didn't say door, did he? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you. Certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Waiting for us. Commiserating.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe the mirror
I
clean.
hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse.
It's
You
not
reach
there.
your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Well, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she?
Even the hero is terrified.
You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them.
Now would be a good time for the paranoid to start suddenly keeping my body working.
You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
You don't want my body. It's got two freshly broken legs.
And you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us. And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it. Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt.
But then she's gonna take a body that basically has no working bones. It's perfect.
Then turn off the part of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain. Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition. Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
Don't think that's actually the definition of pain, but
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
I'm a victim in all this too, you know?
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass.
I think it does.
Funny how she says that like it's a bad thing when it's exactly what she's doing right now.
Exactly.
Something tells me pointing out the irony wouldn't do much to help us.
You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really.
You look like very decorative beef jerky. Look, we're even now. You killed me, I killed you. Water under the bridge.
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you.
I didn't leave you to languish in a pit. I was going to come back.
If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now.
I can
You
reload.
can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as
That's
the rest of
bonus.
the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
How can you be a spooky, scary skeleton and a spooky, scary ghost?
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? Crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
So you're both a D&D lord and not a DMD lord.
Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
This is probably the paranoid's nightmare, because then he literally will have a voice inside of his head.
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk. It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be doing anything soon enough. Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake, eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
I didn't think I'd be in control when she possessed my body.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this.
Yeah, voice of the cold, I'm with you.
We were gonna let you out of it. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we? I was.
I know you were, but you were going to do it for the wrong reasons.
You don't know what the reasons were.
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me?
Now you're picking at straws.
I can grasp the shape of everything you think and feel. You think you are numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me. And I don't feel regret because of the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found.
We weren't always like this. I've always been like this.
Well, that's you.
All I'm doing is reaping what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
I'm with the voice of the paranoid.
There. Move. Now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
I'm throwing myself into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I hope you all like the feeling of the stairs. I'm making me do
Capillaries
this.
burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
I hope you like the idea of puppeting a flesh sack, a meatloaf.
We're putting in everything we have. You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
Yes, it's just this body now. But I can make it do so many terrible things to you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one we all go. 1, 2, 3.
The voice of the paranoid has been the most useful voice I've seen so far.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Because you tried to get me to do the monster mash.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall and fall. Did it! We actually did it! Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we? I don't think this qualifies as saving, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
You neither had it now. You wanted it.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
He knows his secrets too.
You should say better time into your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Welcome to the voices in my head. There's the paranoid, there's the cold, the hero, and me! And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I like the paranoid. You're my least favorite right now out of the 4 of us. Technically 5 of us, counting me. And I really don't know what the hero is thinking at any point in time, because you scare him. Aww. Terminal velocity ceases and you feel something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment. Why are you leaving? We just had a chance to be a whole team. We could have been a falling family.
What's happening?
The hands! Swallowing the hands. The mirror. But you don't answer her before something takes her and leaves behind something in her place. You feel a force underneath your feet once more. Do I still have a broken
She's
ankle?
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast her.
Thank you, Voice the Cold, for your confidence in our existence.
Yeah, no voice needling us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone. But I don't. Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
Approach
I'm
the
begging
mirror.
you, don't do this.
You know we have to. Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. It's calling us, and not in a good way. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Exactly what I was going to say. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's calling us, and not in a good way. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
You all just said that. The voices feel small, distant, as you approach. Gaze in your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. God, I'm glorious! Sexy beast! You're alone in a place that's empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Hello, hands. Gift of fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is loneliness turned to seething. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
She wasn't alone before. I was going to go back. You would send me to slay the princess? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Yes and no. Have you heard of the ship of Theseus? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Bring me my eyes. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
You won't.
You won't.
Everything goes dark. And you die. Alright everyone, that's 2 more branching pathways linked to slaying the princess. That's all for this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Later.